Hello, my name is Cassy, and I interviewed a woman named Brittany. She works in an anti human trafficking organization. This organization is called Harbor Hope, and they're located in Central Florida. And they help people, women and men, from all over the country, just who are survivors, who are victims of human trafficking and sex exploitation. And they provide them with housing and shelter and a safe environment and mentorship and just the continued healing that they need specifically for them. And I'll get into that in a second. But to focus on Brittany, so she is one of the case managers of the team. And she also works with the program coordination, and she has her degree in human services, so she really knows what she's doing. She's been doing this for a little bit of time now, and just is very strong-willed and resilient, and just a true powerhouse. All the women on the team are, and I do know them actually, some of them personally this past year, and later in this video I'll talk about that. So to go over some of the things that she does, and as I look down, I'm just going over some of my notes that I took as talking to her and from what I've been learning. So, with being one of the case managers, I mean, they have a lot of duties, a lot of responsibilities. So far from the very beginning of getting these people, finding the people who really need this help. And she is a part of taking them in and helping them and building a personal relationship with them. Now, I'm sure that other organizations may do this differently, but the case managers do tend to know and work with them, these survivors personally, to help them through what's going on, so they can really know what's happening here. So she's also a part of providing them with education, the services, the connections that they need, whether it be therapy or medical help. She's also a part of helping to report their progress as they go through the specific services. So some of the services within Harbor Hope has to do with mentorship. They actually have mentors who they do select and they do train throughout the contracted time. So the mentors have a year to meet with one-on-one with these survivors, and so the case managers like Brittany, she will work with the mentors in groups to help train them as they continue to meet with these survivors, and she will read the reports that the mentors give back just to stay in touch with what is going on, and will also have a relationship with the mentors one-on-one to make sure that you know, if say the survivor didn't share everything with the case manager and they did with the mentor, so they can always cross-reference and have an awareness of what's going on with the victim or survivor. So as I look down here, just more in my notes, she also helps to provide them with any documentation that may be needed. So say this is legal documentation, or even she's a part of helping them get the transportation they need, getting a car. And I know I mentioned it before, but of education, continued education, even if it's getting your high school degree. She's just a part of really helping with almost everything that the survivor needs. So it's a very high stake responsibility and job to have, and it's a lot of work, and I definitely developed so much respect and just admiration for these women who are doing this. So to answer some of the questions or to explain them from the interview and just speaking with her, so of course, you know, she explains many things to be fulfilling and challenging within this industry. Of course, fulfilling is watching these survivors just open up and heal. And of course, they are a Christian organization, so also open up to the Lord and open up to the possibilities of life. So she did talk about how just uplifting it is with them seeing life again, seeing that they can dream again, and building connections. And with the challenges, she talked about how she talked about the challenges of course, it's an extremely dark, subject in general, and the challenges of watching these people just be in deep pain, and the challenges of hearing what they've been through. So we talked about how, as a case manager, as mentors, as people who are experiencing this firsthand, the challenges are also ourselves. And I say ourselves because I also, I actually had the opportunity to mentor within Harbor Hope this past year. The challenges of ourselves experiencing trauma as well. Not that it's about us, but the challenges of being able to speak with the survivors without taking it completely on. And, you know, so as a mentor, it's really, personally, it's allowed me to just develop a lot of empathy and strength too. And I'll get to that, of course, in a second as well. So, a few recommendations that she gave me just with pursuing this field, and for me personally, I do want to do social work. I do see myself maybe being a case manager, maybe or just being really just involved with being there, right there, if someone has gone through something immediately. I know in this class I've also talked about teaching. So she inspired me to continue things like mentorship, and to continue challenging myself, to put myself in uncomfortable situations, to make more relationships with people who really need help, and to also continue my education, which is also what I'm doing. So she inspired me to do that. And to answer the question, what do you do to continue professional growth in the field? So she mainly focused on just her own growth, her own awareness, and also continuing to network with other organizations to be aware of other survivors and victims who need help, and who just need to be taken in. So she was talking to me about just continued self-healing, continued growth with spiritual growth, as well as just networking with other organizations and other people in the field who really know their stuff, and who have the open door to help. So let me just make sure I got through all of these questions here. So for me, I know I mentioned I mentored. So I've taken so much away from that, and as well as this conversation, just I've learned that this line of work is it's not easy. It's challenging. It is fulfilling, and it's not at all about me. It's not all about the mentor or the case manager or the program coordinator. It's about the person they're helping. It's about allowing God to work through, us. And that's what we talked about, that how this line of work is a very selfless line of work, and it's important to always recognize that and be aware of that. And but it's also extremely fulfilling and very needed. And it's a very powerful job to have, a responsibility. So yeah, I mean, I look forward to continuing to learn, to grow in this field, and to just as well as in this class, and just to kind of see where it takes me personally, and being able to mentor a survivor this past year has really been incredible, and to be able to build a personal relationship with someone, and just to help them and to hold space for them has been pretty incredible. So yeah, I hope this video and information was uplifting and inspirational, and I look forward to the rest of this class, and thank you.